Hi, this is Judy. I do want to be able to work together and I do want to be able to be friends. It bothers me very uh, badly that um, I made you feel that that the friendship doesn't mean as much to me as it does to you. And I have a feeling that I spoke inappropriately, acted inappropriately, and behaved inappropriately and was an imposition on you. And I'm sorry very much, and I take it back. Um, I just want to start by saying that the professional development project was very triggering from the time it was presented to me because it said basically we've got to be able to get through certain checklist accomplishments in order to be able to be represented by the gallery and in order to earn a meeting with Rachel and Karen to have our artwork uh, reviewed, viewed, and selected. Um, at the time that I started and through my journey on professional development, I felt, well, if I'm helping other people, I want to make sure that I also am going to be helped. At the start, before this when I first got the checklist, I had a lot of artwork that I felt hadn't been viewed, hadn't been seen, and I felt I wanted, how am I in a position to help other people? How am I able to take on the role of one of the helpers in professional development if I feel that I myself am desperately begging to be seen by Rachel and Karen? And then as I embarked on my journey, um, I was fortunate to be able to be in the Outsider Art Fair, and that was an honor and a privilege. Of course, what people don't realize is that I was so upset, overwhelmed, and terrified to go to the Outsider Art Fair, and I ended up not going. And then I felt, well, since I didn't go, no one's going to take me seriously. No one's going to want to put me in a show again. And it gave me a lot of bad feelings. And at the same time, ironically, the same week that I was supposed to go to the Outsider Art Fair, my parents both fell and ended up in Booth Memorial Hospital, which is now um, Queens Presbyterian, uh, New York Presbyterian Queens. Um, I've gone through an awful challenge and burden this year that's been ongoing. My parents are alive. They had been in a hospital. They had been both been diagnosed with dementia. I was not given any instructions. And then I had them put in a nursing home. And then my father said that I don't have power of attorney, that he does not have dementia. So, I had to get them out of the nursing home. So now they're both back in their own home with home health. But then I started curating Life's a Party. And I never got to meet the other curator. The other curator never came to the art show, and I was very proud of my accomplishments for curating, but I felt that what should have been something really that I'm proud of has some upsetting frustrations in it that were bothersome to me. You know, the fact that I was so happy to see other people videotaped and viewed, like in the the shows that were coming, and I I was finally I got videotaped by Rachel, but before I was videotaped by Rachel, I blew up. I blew up at Tarasu, and one of the reasons I blew up was because um, I didn't have access at the time to a particular Gmail Google account that we had, and I felt like I was being left out of some of the things that we're doing on the project. And if I curated a show and I'm in a show and I'm making accomplishments, I want to be seen. I don't want to just help others to be seen. I want to be seen also. So somebody else is being held on a pedestal and we're helping them, but don't feel that you have to protect them from me. Um, I want to be able to be valued also. I want to be taken seriously as an artist also. And I didn't mean for it to become something of a problem having our meetings recorded. Now they can't be recorded, but so we're trying to have at least the note taker, but we need like security approval for that for the software for the note taker. Um, you had said that you wished I would have been at the meeting with a particular person to see what they're able to do with their CV and their website, to helping them. And then when I wanted to be in the next meeting, because you normally had somebody else, but that nobody else was available, I said, well, can I be that person? And you said, well, maybe that would be useful for you, but I don't think it'll be useful for me. And I felt, you know, why am I in this group then? Just having people take what I can give, but then what am I getting out of it? This would have been a good chance for me to be able to see this person and to be able to see what I didn't get to see before. And um, now I want to be able to contribute. I want to be able to work. I want to be able to contribute. And if I'm valued and included, then I'm part of the group. If you can't consider me to be somebody that's worthwhile to have included and to that I'm making a contribution, then I shouldn't be in the group. But don't just take what I give and that I don't get seen or viewed and get something back. For instance, people love my merchandise from Judy Originals. So my ideas are being copied all over the place. But how about videotaping me for that? How about featuring me for that? You know, I want a chance to also be spotlighted. Thank you very much.